Hello, my amazing learners, and welcome back to the Wisdom English podcast, our special place for learning and growing together. Let me ask you a question. Imagine you have a beautiful plant. To help it grow strong and healthy, do you pour a huge bucket of water on it once a month and then nothing for the rest of the month? Of course not. That wouldn't work. To grow strong and healthy, the plant needs a little water every single day. Learning English is exactly the same. You don't need to study for 5 hours in one day. It's far, far better to study just a little bit every single day. This is the power of consistent practice. And today, I'm going to show you how just 15 minutes a day can completely change the way you speak English. Get ready to transform your learning journey and make sure you stay with me until the very end, because I'll reveal a simple trick to make daily practice feel easy and even fun. Let's begin. So, why is this consistent daily practice so incredibly important for us as learners? There are 3 powerful reasons. First, your brain learns from repetition. When you hear a new phrase many times, your brain doesn't just hear it. It starts to build a strong connection, making it easier to remember and use later. Second, daily practice makes speaking automatic. I know that at first, speaking English can feel slow. We stop, we think, we translate. But if you practice every day, your mouth and your brain start to work together as a team. You speak faster and you feel more free. And third, you feel more confident. This is so important. Confidence isn't something you're born with. You build it. When you practice English every day, your confidence grows step by step, and that fear of making a mistake starts to fade away. So, let's hold this idea in our hearts. A little bit every day is always better than a lot once a month. This is the true power of consistency. Now, the big question is, okay, Sarah, what exactly should I do in those 15 minutes? I know it can feel confusing with so many options. Don't worry. We're going to build a small, effective routine together. I'm going to share 5 simple, powerful activities you can do. First, and this is the foundation for everything else, is to listen to English actively. Choose something you find interesting. A story, a short talk, or a daily conversation. For example, you might listen to a podcast about daily routines and hear the phrase, "I grab a quick coffee in the morning." You don't need to understand every word, but now you've just learned a new natural way to talk about your morning. You can do this while you're walking or cleaning. Once you've made listening a habit, the next powerful step is to turn that passive listening into active speaking. This is where our next technique, shadowing, comes in. Shadowing means you listen to a sentence and repeat it at the same time, like an echo. For instance, you might shadow a friendly greeting you hear me say, like, "It's so great to see you again." Repeating this helps you remember it for the next time you meet someone, and it makes your pronunciation smoother. Shadowing is wonderful for training your ears. But what if you want to practice with words you can see? That brings us to our third activity, reading a short text aloud. Imagine you read a simple sentence in a story. The sun was shining, and the birds were singing. Reading this out loud helps your mouth get used to forming these beautiful, descriptive sentences and connects the written word to the spoken word. So far, we've practiced listening and speaking. Now let's practice putting your own thoughts into English. Our 4th tip is to write 1 short paragraph every day. Just 3 to 5 simple sentences. For example, today I went to the park. I saw my friend. We had coffee. It was sunny. Writing this helps you practice past tense verbs like went and saw in a way that is personal and meaningful to you. Writing your thoughts down is a fantastic way to practice. But to build real speaking fluency, we need to say those thoughts out loud. This leads us to our 5th and perhaps most powerful daily practice, talking to yourself out loud. I know it might feel a little strange at first, but it is so effective. Just speak about what you are doing in the moment. These simple sentences like, I'm putting on my shoes now, or this water tastes good, build a direct connection in your brain between an action and the English words for it, without any translation. So let's imagine you do one of these activities today. What happens? Do you suddenly speak perfect English? No, of course not. But something small, yet powerful, happens every single time you practice. After one day of practice, you feel a sense of accomplishment. You think, yes, I did something today. It's a small win, but it's real. For example, you listen to a podcast and hear someone say, "How's it going?" And today, you remember that it's just a friendly, natural way to say, "How are you?" That one small connection is a real step forward. After 1 week of practice, you've built a consistent habit for 7 days. Your brain feels more comfortable with English. You start to understand things without translating. For example, you see the sentence, "I'm heading to the store." A week ago, you might have been confused by the word heading. But now, you understand from the context that it just means going to. You didn't use a dictionary. Your brain made the connection on its own. That's real progress. And after 1 month of practice, English feels much more familiar. You know more words and you say things a little bit faster. For example, a month ago when someone asked, "What did you do this weekend?" your brain would search for words and translate. Now the answer comes out more naturally. "I didn't do much, just relaxed at home." You used a perfect, natural chunk of English without even thinking about it. That feeling of fluency, even in a short sentence, is your wonderful reward. You start to feel stronger and you think, "I can do this. I am learning. I'm not perfect, but I'm improving." That feeling, my friends, is real confidence. It grows slowly like our beautiful plant, but with daily care, it always grows. To make this daily practice even easier, here are a few final thoughts. Try setting a timer for just 10 or 15 minutes. When the timer rings, you're done. No pressure. Also, try to practice at the same time each day to make it a strong habit. And most importantly, the simple trick I promised you at the beginning to make this all feel easy and fun is this. Focus on enjoyment, not perfection. Choose activities you genuinely like, even for just 5 minutes. If you enjoy cooking, read a recipe in English. If you love music, sing a song in English. When you enjoy it, you'll naturally come back to it every day, and that consistent joy is the real secret to fluency. Our journey is like nurturing that plant we talked about. We water it a little bit each day. We don't see big changes at first, but one day we look up, and it has grown into something beautiful and strong. We're all in this together. You've got this. Your challenge for today is to pick one of the 5 practice tips I shared and try it for just 10 minutes tomorrow. Which one will you choose? Share it in the comments below so we can all cheer each other on. This is the Wisdom English Podcast. I'm Sarah, and I believe in your ability to become a confident English speaker. Keep listening, keep practicing, and most of all, keep believing in yourself. Please like, share, and subscribe to the Wisdom English Podcast channel to watch our next videos.